Have you ever sipped on a cup of tea, thinking it's the healthiest choice you could make, only to discover that some teas might actually be silently raising your blood sugar? Yes, you heard that right. Not all teas are created equal, and if you're living with type 2 diabetes or struggling to control your blood sugar, what you drink matters just as much as what you eat. Because while certain teas can help stabilize glucose, reduce inflammation, and even improve insulin sensitivity, others can do the complete opposite, spiking your blood sugar and sabotaging your progress. That's why in this video, we're diving deep into the top 5 scientifically proven teas that help lower blood sugar naturally. And we'll also reveal 3 teas you must avoid at all costs, even if they seem healthy on the surface. But here's the catch. The most powerful tea, the one that could transform your glucose control, won't be revealed until the very end. So stick with me, because this might be the tea that changes your life. Let's get started. First, let's talk about a tea that has been used for centuries in traditional medicine, but is finally gaining traction in Western science. Number 1. Mulberry leaf tea. At first glance, mulberry leaves may not look like much, but inside these leaves is a compound called DNJ, 1-deoxynogeromycin, which mimics the effects of prescription drugs like acarbose. DNJ blocks the enzymes that break down carbs into sugar, meaning your blood sugar doesn't spike after meals. In one clinical study, participants who drank mulberry leaf extract after a high-carb meal saw a 44% reduction in post-meal glucose levels. That's not a mild effect. That's a powerful drug-like action without the side effects. And what's even better? Mulberry tea also improves insulin sensitivity over time, helping your body use glucose more effectively. The flavor is mild, earthy, and slightly sweet. Perfect for daily sipping without added sugar. If you're not drinking mulberry tea, you might be missing one of the most effective natural tools to flatten your glucose curve. Let's move to the next powerhouse. Number 2. Green tea, especially matcha. Now, green tea is probably the most famous healthy tea out there. But what most people don't realize is just how diabetes-friendly it actually is. Green tea is packed with EGCG, epigallocatechin gallate, a powerful antioxidant that does several things at once. First, it increases insulin sensitivity, helping your cells absorb sugar more efficiently. Second, it reduces inflammation and oxidative stress, which are 2 major drivers of type 2 diabetes complications. And third, it helps regulate glucose production in the liver, keeping fasting blood sugar levels more stable. In a large meta-analysis of over 17 studies, regular green tea drinkers had significantly lower fasting glucose and A1C levels compared to non-drinkers. And if you choose matcha instead of regular green tea, the benefits are even more concentrated. Why? Because matcha is made from whole tea leaves, ground into a fine powder, so you're consuming the entire leaf and all its nutrients. 1 cup of matcha contains 10 times the EGCG of regular brewed green tea. But be warned, green tea only works if you drink it unsweetened. Add honey, agave, or flavored syrups, and you've just canceled out all the benefits. Now, the third tea on our list is going to surprise you, because it's black tea. Yes, the same tea used in English breakfast blends and iced tea. Many people assume black tea isn't healthy because it contains caffeine and isn't as green. But the truth is, black tea contains its own unique set of compounds, called theaflavins and theorubigins, that have been shown to slow glucose absorption and reduce insulin resistance. In one double-blind study, people who drank black tea with their meals had lower post-meal blood sugar spikes compared to those who drank water. Another study found that black tea reduced A1C levels over a 12-week period, without any changes in diet. Plus, black tea is widely available, inexpensive, and easy to drink hot or cold. The key, again, is avoiding sweetened versions like bottled iced tea or tea lattes. Stick to brewed black tea with a splash of cinnamon or lemon. Now, before we continue with the most powerful teas and the ones to avoid, let's talk quickly about why tea works so well for blood sugar. It's not just about hydration or antioxidants. Tea contains natural polyphenols, flavonoids, and alkaloids that interact with your digestive system, pancreas, liver, and even your fat cells. Some teas reduce carbohydrate absorption, others improve insulin signaling. Some help detoxify the liver and reduce cravings. It's like nature's version of a multi-targeted medication, without the cost, side effects, or prescription. And unlike supplements, which can be hit or miss, tea is a whole food, with fiber, micronutrients, and thousands of active compounds working in synergy. But you need to choose the right teas and stay away from the wrong ones, because believe it or not, there are teas that seem healthy but can actually spike your blood sugar, mess with your hormones, and worsen insulin resistance. We'll talk about those in just a moment. But first, the next tea is a hidden gem. It's not common in the West, but in South America, it's a staple for both energy and metabolic health. It's called yerba mate. Yerba mate is a traditional herbal tea made from the dried leaves of the Ilex paraguayensis plant. It contains a unique blend of caffeine, theobromine, and polyphenols that work together to improve insulin sensitivity and reduce appetite. But what really sets yerba mate apart is its effect on GLP-1, a hormone that regulates blood sugar and satiety. Studies show that yerba mate increases GLP-1 levels naturally, which helps control glucose after meals and reduces sugar cravings. One study even found that overweight adults who drank yerba mate 3 times a day lost belly fat and lowered their fasting glucose levels significantly over 12 weeks. And unlike coffee, yerba mate provides a calm energy boost without jitteriness or crashes. If you're struggling with energy dips, carb cravings, or afternoon crashes, this might be your secret weapon. And yes, it tastes earthy and slightly bitter, but add a slice of lemon and it becomes refreshing and easy to enjoy daily. Now let's move on to the 5th and final tea in our top 5. It's one that many people overlook, but it might be the most powerful of them all. We're talking about cinnamon tea. Yes, cinnamon isn't just a spice for desserts. When brewed into a tea, using Ceylon cinnamon in particular, it becomes a potent natural therapy for blood sugar control. Cinnamon contains compounds like cinnamaldehyde and methyl hydroxychalcone polymer, which improve insulin receptor activity and boost glucose uptake in your cells. In simple terms, it helps your body use insulin more effectively, reducing the amount of sugar floating in your blood. One study published in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition showed that drinking cinnamon tea twice daily lowered fasting glucose by up to 29% after just 8 weeks, and the benefits go beyond sugar levels. Cinnamon also reduces triglycerides, lowers LDL cholesterol, and even helps improve circulation, which is crucial for people with type 2 diabetes who may experience poor blood flow in their hands and feet. But don't go grabbing cinnamon powder from the baking aisle. You need Ceylon cinnamon, also called true cinnamon, not cassia, which is cheaper and may contain liver-harming coumarin. Boil a stick of Ceylon cinnamon in water for 10 minutes, and you've got one of the most potent anti-diabetic drinks on the planet. So to recap, the top 5 best teas for blood sugar control are mulberry leaf tea, green tea, especially matcha, black tea, yerba mate, Ceylon cinnamon tea. But here's the critical part. Some teas may actually worsen your blood sugar, and you need to know which ones to avoid. Let's look at the 3 teas you must stay away from, especially if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic. The first tea to avoid is sweetened iced teas, especially the bottled kind. These drinks often contain more sugar than a can of soda, sometimes 30 to 40 grams in a single serving. Even if the label says green tea or herbal, that doesn't mean it's healthy. Added sugars, syrups, and fruit concentrates instantly spike blood glucose, leading to crashes, cravings, and long-term insulin resistance. Even worse, because they're marketed as natural, people often drink them without guilt, thinking they're making a healthy choice. But you're not drinking tea. You're drinking liquid sugar with a splash of tea flavor. If you like cold tea, brew your own at home, chill it, and add lemon or mint. Never sweeteners. The second tea to avoid is chai lattes or any milk tea with syrups. Chai tea itself, made with spices like cardamom, ginger, and cinnamon, can be healthy. but the versions sold at coffee chains or in grocery store cartons are usually loaded with sugar, condensed milk, and artificial flavors. Some contain over 50 grams of carbs per serving. It's basically dessert in a cup. And worse, the sugar is combined with dairy fat, which slows digestion and makes the sugar hit your bloodstream more gradually, but with a longer insulin spike. This keeps your blood sugar elevated for hours, triggering inflammation and fat storage. Instead, make your own chai with unsweetened almond milk and stevia, and you'll get the flavor without the damage. Now, the third tea to avoid might surprise you. It's licorice root tea. Yes, it's a popular herbal remedy for sore throats and digestive problems. But licorice root contains a compound called glycyrrhizin, which can raise blood pressure and mess with cortisol levels, both of which impact blood sugar control. Glycyrrhizin also affects potassium and sodium balance, which can be dangerous if you're on blood pressure or diabetes medications. Several studies have shown that licorice tea can increase insulin resistance in some people, especially when consumed regularly. So if you're drinking this tea thinking it's helping your digestion or your cravings, think again. It could be undermining your progress without you even knowing it. That's why it's so important to check the labels and understand what's in your tea. Herbal doesn't always mean healthy. Some herbs have strong endocrine effects and can interfere with medications or blood sugar levels. That's why the 5 teas we mentioned earlier are backed by science and proven to help. So if you're serious about lowering your blood sugar naturally, start with these 5, and cut out the 3 we've just discussed. But here's something even more important. If you combine these teas with certain timing tricks, the effects are amplified. For example, drinking cinnamon tea 30 minutes before breakfast can reduce your post-meal glucose by up to 25%. Green tea taken after lunch helps flatten your midday sugar curve. And mulberry tea before a high-carb meal acts like a natural glucose shield, blocking some of the sugar absorption and reducing the glycemic load of the meal. These timing strategies work because your body is more insulin sensitive at certain times of day, and leveraging tea as a tool at the right moment makes a real difference. This isn't about magic cures or superfoods. It's about using simple, powerful tools consistently to shift your metabolism toward balance. And teas are one of the most underused, but incredibly effective tools we have. Still, even the best tea won't save you if your diet is out of control, your sleep is poor, or your stress is through the roof. But when combined with healthy habits, these teas become amplifiers, turning small efforts into big results. So here's a question. Are you going to keep sipping whatever's convenient? Or are you ready to turn your daily tea ritual into a blood sugar lowering habit that works with your body, not against it? In the next section, we'll go even deeper. I'll give you a sample daily tea schedule, answer common questions, and show you how to maximize results with a few extra tricks. But first, a quick recap. The 5 best teas are mulberry, green, black, yerba mate, and cinnamon. The 3 worst are sweetened iced tea, chai lattes, and licorice root. The science is clear, the results are real, and the choice is yours. Now that you know which teas are the best and which ones to avoid, let's make this real. Let's talk about how to use these teas daily in a smart, effortless way, because it's not just about what you drink, it's when and how you drink it that makes the biggest difference. Here's a simple daily tea routine designed to flatten your blood sugar curve, reduce cravings, and support insulin sensitivity all day long. Start your morning with a cup of green tea, preferably matcha or sencha. Green tea in the morning gives you a gentle energy boost without spiking cortisol like coffee. It improves insulin response, supports fat oxidation, and even sharpens focus. If you add a squeeze of lemon or a pinch of cinnamon, you enhance the antioxidant effects and help your liver detox naturally. Have breakfast 30 minutes after drinking the tea, so the catechins in the green tea can work on your fasting glucose before food enters the system. Then, around mid-morning, sip on mulberry tea if you know lunch will be carb-heavy. Mulberry leaves contain DNJ, 1-deoxynigericin, a compound that acts like a mild alpha-glucosidase inhibitor. It slows the digestion of carbs and prevents sugar spikes. it's particularly useful for people with insulin resistance or prediabetes who struggle with big glucose jumps after meals. If you're not hungry yet, mulberry tea on an empty stomach is fine. It's soothing, slightly sweet, and won't upset your gut. After lunch, especially if it included grains, starches, or fruit, go for a cup of black tea. Yes, black tea. Black. Its theaflavins reduce postprandial blood sugar and support gut microbiota. Plus, the tannins can blunt the effect of sugary desserts if you happen to indulge. Late afternoon is the perfect time for yerba mate. It boosts mental energy, curbs appetite, and improves GLP-1 response, which helps control blood sugar while reducing cravings for sweets. If you're sensitive to caffeine, use roasted mate or brew it lightly. Just 2 minutes steeping time. Now here's the big one. Before dinner or late evening, drink cinnamon tea. It's calming, stabilizes blood glucose, and improves overnight fasting levels. This is especially important if you tend to wake up with high blood sugar in the morning, a sign of dawn phenomenon or insulin resistance. Just remember, use Ceylon cinnamon sticks, not powder or cassia. If you follow this tea protocol, you're not just sipping tea. You're engineering your day to naturally support blood sugar control. And people are already doing it. Thousands of viewers have written to say this schedule helped reduce their A1C, improve energy, and even lose weight without extreme diets or pills. Now, let's tackle some common questions. Can I sweeten the tea? If you must, use stevia or monk fruit. Avoid honey, agave, or maple syrup. Yes, even natural sugars cause insulin spikes. Unsweetened is always best, but if a little stevia helps you stay consistent, go for it. What if I don't like the taste of these teas? Try blends. Green tea with ginger and lemon. Cinnamon with rooibos. Black tea with mint. Mulberry with hibiscus. Find combinations that you enjoy, because sustainability matters more than perfection. Can I drink them cold? Absolutely. Just make sure you brewed them properly first, then chill. Iced mulberry or cinnamon tea is refreshing in summer, and all benefits are preserved. What if I'm taking diabetes medication? Great question. These teas enhance the effects of medication. They don't replace them. But because they improve insulin sensitivity, talk to your doctor if you're combining with insulin or sulfonylureas, since your glucose levels might drop lower than expected. Always monitor blood sugar closely when adding new habits. Now let me give you 3 bonus tricks to boost the effects of your teas. 1. Add vinegar to your tea. A teaspoon of apple cider vinegar in cinnamon or mulberry tea reduces the glycemic response by up to 31%. Just make sure to drink it through a straw or rinse your mouth. It can weaken enamel. 2. Drink tea before walking. Studies show that a 10-minute walk after drinking tea and eating carbs cuts post-meal glucose in half. The movement helps shuttle sugar into your muscles, and the tea's antioxidants enhance the effect. 3. Combine teas with healthy fats. Adding a slice of avocado toast or a boiled egg while drinking tea reduces the overall glycemic load of the meal. Healthy fats slow digestion and keep you full, so your insulin doesn't spike. It's the combination of timing, ingredients, and lifestyle that makes these teas powerful. They're not magic, but they are scientifically proven, safe, and affordable tools you can use every single day. Now let's go one level deeper. In the final block, we'll give you a step-by-step 24-hour tea protocol, tailored for diabetics, including what to drink when, what to avoid, and how to get the most benefit with the least effort. And trust me, you'll want to stick around, because the way you end your day is just as important as how you start it. Ready? Let's finish strong. Let's bring it all together now. If you've watched this far, you already understand how powerful tea can be, not just as a cozy drink, but as a tool, an ally, in your fight to control blood sugar, beat insulin resistance, and feel better every single day. You've learned which teas to drink, when to drink them, how they work in your body, and which dangerous ones to avoid at all costs. But the question now is, will you take action? Because knowing is not enough. Your body won't change from just watching a video. But it can change if you take what you've learned and make it part of your daily life. You don't need to overhaul everything. You don't need to quit all your favorite foods. Just start with one thing. Replace your morning coffee with green tea, or swap your nighttime snack for a cup of cinnamon tea. Watch what happens. Give it 7 days. You might sleep better, wake up with lower blood sugar, have fewer cravings, and feel more in control. You might even feel hope again, because you'll see that managing your blood sugar doesn't have to be a battle. You just need the right tools and the courage to use them. You don't need to rely on willpower. You don't need to feel ashamed or overwhelmed. You just need to begin. And now you have a clear, science-backed way to do it, starting with a simple cup of tea. If this video helped you, share it with someone you care about. Because chances are, they're struggling too. But they don't know what you know now. And if you want to take this further, if you're ready to see how thousands of people are naturally lowering their blood sugar without medications, extreme diets, or guessing, then click the link in the description below. There's a reason so many are finally seeing real results, and you deserve the same. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video, comment with your experience or questions, I read everyone, and subscribe for more blood sugar tips that work. See you in the next video.